All right. So it says, fear of disappointing is a direct survival reflex from your childhood. When you were isolated and controlled, disappointing your parents wasn't a social awkwardness. It was a threat to your safety and sanity. Your brain learned that keeping them happy was the only way to minimize conflict or isolation. In adulthood, this often manifests as people-pleasing. Ding, ding, ding. You prioritize others' comfort to avoid the crushing feeling of their potential disapproval. Conflict equals danger. Disappointment usually led to more control or harsher isolation. The burden of responsibility. You were likely made to feel responsible for your parents' emotions. You feel like it's your job to keep everyone around you regulated and happy. And this is all on me. Like, I'm putting this all on myself because these are feelings that came up in those situations, like for me as a child. It's not to say that my parents did anything wrong. This is just what came out of my situation to get me to the person and the personality that I am today. But this all tracks so hard, like the people pleaser for sure. Identity eraser. Spend all your energy not disappointing others. You never get to find out what you actually want for yourself. Dude, when I read that, oh my God. I was always, you can ask any one of my friends, like I never said what I wanted in life. It was always, well, what do you want to do? Well, what do you want? What do you want to eat? I will never decide. I'm still bad at it. I will never decide or make an answer for myself because of these situations. Like, I was the people pleaser, like so bad. And I was so naive because I was held under this, no, you can't go out and have fun with your friends. You're grounded. You're staying inside. You're not going to a concert, like this, that, and the third. So I didn't experience life. So by the time I'd hit my teenage years, and then all of a sudden, I was able to go out and meet people and do these things and go to concerts and have relationships. I was this people pleaser that had never made any decisions for myself and had never had real life experience out in the world, truly, like barely any. And all of a sudden, as a teenager, I'm getting thrown into a relationship with an addict. Like, what do you think is going to happen? I like, it all makes so much sense to me now after reading all of this and looking into it, and it's just crazy. So, connecting all the dots here. I already talked about that. Allowed to go out. I was always told no. I had no confidence. I was naive. I would never make up my own mind. I sat with the realization for so long I lived within the walls of decisions I didn't make. My younger self didn't have the tools, the voice, or the choice to decide what she wanted. Never made my own decisions, always saying, I don't care, whatever you want, sure. Never ever standing up for what I actually wanted in life. The inner work isn't just about looking back, it's about realizing who is standing here now today. Because today, I am the architect of my current safety. That line got me. I am the architect of my current safety. Today, I am the person that my inner child wouldn't have ever dreamed to be. I have confidence. I make my own decisions. I push myself in this world. I'm pushing myself forward to be better every day. I'm finding my peace. I'm finding time for myself to relax and stop having all of these constant thoughts running through my head all the time. I am trying to face these things that have happened in my past and learn from my mistakes and move forward as a better person. And that's all you can do doing this inner work. That's the main thing, is to face it and learn from it and move forward. Take it and do what you can to flip it on its head and just become the best version of yourself. That's the whole point we do this, right? So, no inner compass, no awareness, no confidence. I have become the person my younger self needed. I chose the boundaries. I chose the peace. I chose the life I am building with my own 2 hands. If you've spent a long time feeling powerless, let this be a reminder. You are finally the one in charge. Yeah, when it was my time for me to finally drive my own life, I realized I didn't even know how to hold the wheel. I let my relationships build the walls around me, my friends, my exes, my family, and I had no idea how to build my own. So I hope you guys got something out of this video. I know it's a long one, I'm sorry, but I really wanted to express all of these things because heading into my next conversation about my story and what happened to me, this is all huge realizations because it is the reason I ended up in those situations and not knowing how to get out of it and always people pleasing and always like, I stayed in relationships so long because I did not care about myself. I was focused on them and what they wanted all the time and just didn't ever think about myself. Literally not once. Like I stayed in decade-long relationships that were horrible because, yeah, not only was I trying to please that person for the longest time, even though they weren't trying to do the same for me, but I also always see the best in people. And I've said this before. I see the best in everyone, no matter who it is, no matter what the situation. But then I never saw the best in myself. Like I would see the best in that person, like a glimpse of it. And then I would never see it again. And I would just hope and hope and hope that that person, that good person was going to come back. And, you know, but then that person didn't want that for themselves. And I just wish in those scenarios that I had, you know, wanted the best for me, not everyone else. So I'll leave it there. We'll talk about what happened in the next one. Hopefully you guys got something out of this. If you guys can relate, comment down below. Let me know what you relate to in this video. Let me know what characteristics you have in your life as a child that were ingrained in you. I really want to know. I want to have a conversation about it. I love you guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye.